Good afternoon and welcome to Through the Static on this wonderful Wednesday afternoon. So we're back and we weren't here last week, and I am with two just wonderful gentlemen.
Handsome.
Of course, handsome.
Smart.
And that is Coach Elix.
That's right, Coach Elix. And we weren't here for a good reason.
And also Mock, the producer's here too, so we have to just acknowledge Elix.
With the big number 7 today.
Yes. He's got a lot going on here.
He always does.
But I hope everybody is doing well. I hope everybody's staying safe and that we're all getting in ready and prepared for next week for Thanksgiving. It just always creeps up, doesn't it?
That's right. Right around the corner.
Before, it's September 1st, and then all of a sudden it's almost Thanksgiving. But as Elix just mentioned last week, we weren't here because we moved, and it was an experience that I think I told Mark that I never want to do again in my life. I never, ever want to move again.
Yeah,
ever.
so Stephen, for those of you, let me give you a little context. Before, for weeks and days before our move, Stephen's like, oh, we're doing well. We're right on track. Oh, this is easy. You're making too much of this. The night before, he looks at me. He's like, oh, my God. I don't think we planned this well. We're way behind.
We're never going to sleep tonight.
I'm never going to. How do we make this happen tomorrow? And I'm like, really? Now you tell me that after I've been working nonstop for days?
But we got everything packed.
We got it done.
Yes, we did. And we're still unpacking, even though the majority of the house is unpacked.
It's looking like a home. I mean,
it is.
We have stuff to do, but I think considering we had 3 loads, full trucks, 3, not 1, not 2, but 3. And if you guys think we have a lot, we probably do, because we had 2 full dumpsters, 20 tons.
You just scratched your nose looking at me with your middle finger. Was that like
it's subliminal?
I mean, it's like a Seinfeld episode. I'm like, wow.
Did he double dip the chip too?
No, I don't double dip.
Did you find out you have a lot more stuff than you thought you had?
Yes.
Oh, we do.
You always find out when you move, you don't realize how much stuff.
No, Mark, you don't. In 15 years in this house, so we accumulated a lot, and
we dumped a lot. We gave a lot. We actually made at least 4 trips to Goodwill, and these were full loads of stuff. But I just told Stephen today, I said, you know what, Stephen? As much as we gave out and as much as we dumped, I still feel we kept way too much. So I'm on a mission to keep.
Right, I think that's good. And
yeah.
So, but we're settling in. Feel like we're home finally.
Yep.
In this beautiful, beautiful house. The dogs are acclimating. They're getting their sort of, what door is where and where they go out and stuff. So, which is a great thing. But I did theme this when I put a post for today's show. I themed it a thank you through the static, because, Thanksgiving's next week, and no matter what your circumstance is, you always have something to be grateful or thankful for. And the reason why I wanted to bring that up is yesterday when I was in juvenile court, I took a selfie with myself with the mask on and just put a reference that, when COVID is resolved, let's all not only throw out our COVID masks, but any other masks we're wearing, because that's what we all do. It's just, it's not just like one particular person. We all do it at some level. And when I was thinking about today's show, I was thinking about readings I've done, and I just brought this up on Facebook Live, that it is shocking to me that when I do readings, that not all the readings, but sometimes that there's sort of like a mini theme in these readings that spirit want to make sure the person I'm reading hears. Stop comparing yourself, or stop not trusting, as you mentioned, Elix, on Facebook Live yourself, or feeling bad about yourself, or comparing yourself. Because, one of the disconnects so many times when I do readings is that the person I'm talking to, like, if they've, say, I'm just going to use an example of like a gift of being very connected to spirit, that the person has no idea. And sometimes I just think, how would you not have any idea that you're connected to spirit when spirit is just ranting and raving about your gifts and who you are and whatnot? And then, I don't know, at some point this morning I finished the reading and I just thought to myself, my God, that's me. I mean, all these years, right? I had no idea I was a medium up until like 7 years ago. And I thought, but how did I not know? And I am the prime example of living a life of feeling like I'm not good enough. I mean, I think anyone that's close to me would probably, I don't know, maybe not know that, because I think I did a good facade in just making it seem like everything's good. But, like having, a dad when I was a young boy commit suicide, all of that kind of stayed with me and still with me. And, those feelings back then just sort of transferred to an adult saying, Stephen, you're not good enough. And now I completely understand why people sometimes don't know like what gifts they have, because we're so sort of stuck in not feeling good or comparing ourselves. And I just thought, my God, wow. It was I tell people all the time, I learn every reading I do, but this was profound for me. Like, it makes me understand, and Spirit's the one that helped me figure this out. But does that make sense?
Makes perfect sense. One of the 6 rules of Learn Bravery is never compare yourself to anyone. So, when you talk about, making those comparisons, their comparisons are designed to feed into the self-doubt.
Wow.
So, never do that. Don't ever compare yourself to anyone. But what you're pointing to, it's really just as important, is to embrace your own humanity. Like, there's nothing, it's okay. It's okay to have the thoughts. It's okay to be human. It's okay to have the breakdowns. What's not okay is to fit into that and to stay in that place.
And where I am right now, and this is not about me, it's just an example, but where I am right now of doing readings, of what I've accomplished in the mediumship world, to look back 10 years ago and think, I had no clue. I mean, we've been together going on 28 years, right? Yeah. The majority of that period of time, I mean, did you ever hear me say, you know what, I think I may have a little psychic in me?
Never. But now in retrospect, now we can look back and say, wow, now I understand why you said what you said, why you did what you did.
But I think, exactly, Alex, but I think more importantly is that it is mind-blowing to me that because of the way I process things and thought about myself was so strong to be able to push this mediumship down, and that I never even knew about it. So I think why I wanted to bring this up is just to tell everybody out there that, everybody is so special and gifted. But if you're so into your head like I was, you never see those gifts. Like, you never get to see your purpose or your passion because you're too much into, I'm not good enough. Or and this doesn't mean you think of it like every day. It's like you wake up and say, I'm not good enough. But it's there. And I know for me, it was there. And I still struggle with that. And I've gotten much better. And I don't think I would have been able to be where I am if I didn't get better. But for people that are listening, to really open yourself up, to really see why you're here, what your soul's purpose is, what's your passion. You have to be able to open up and give room to observe that. And the only way to do that is to stop filling yourself with you're not good enough or self-esteem issues or comparison issues. So that was an intense beginning of the show, but it was good. It was awesome. Really good. And it was something that I learned from Spirit. So Mark is telling me we're going to take a break. So 508-222-1320. When we come back, I'm going to get right on the calls.
Who said that? It's gonna take a lot of love.
I had a little extra Nicolette there for a second. That was good. So let's go to the callers. Hi, this is Steven. Who's this?
Hello, this is Renee.
Renee. I love your energy, Renee. This was
How
so.
are you?
This was great.
Congratulations on the move.
Oh, Renee, thank you so much. We're very, very happy. But before I start your reading, I have to ask you, give me one thing that you're thankful for.
I'm thankful for my grandchildren, especially my grandchildren. They're the bright light of my life right now.
I love that, Renee. That's so great. So, in the theme of Thanksgiving coming up next week, I just felt like asking that. So let me tune in, Renee. When you just talked about your grandchildren, what's the 3 connection?
The 3 connection.
Are you one of 3? When you said your grandkids, I just heard somebody say 3.
I have 4 grandchildren.
But someone has 3 kids connected to you. So there's got to be, I don't know if this is mom or... Is your father cross? Who's the father figure stepping forward? But, oh, my God. But
my father has crossed,
yeah.
yes.
I was going to say, so your dad stepping forward, he wasn't one of 3? Somebody's one of 3, I keep hearing. So just keep it with you if it doesn't come. But your dad just wants to step forward to let you know that he's here. Is your mom still here, Renee?
She has passed also.
Wow. I would not have guessed that because her energy is very, very current, and which is a great thing. It just means that she's around you and she's with the family. And it's interesting that your dad wanted to be first to let you know that he was stepping forward. So I don't know why. Maybe it's just one of those things.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Maybe it's just one of those things. But your mother and father now both say, first of all, there's a birthday or an anniversary right around the corner, like right close. You get something really, really close, like 2 weeks back, 2 weeks forward, either a birthday, an anniversary of death, a celebration. There's something really, really close, Renee. So just make sure you keep it with you if it doesn't.
Okay. Yeah, my husband's birthday's coming up.
Oh, you're just going to hold that back for me, like the info? Like
No, I was letting you speak. Yeah, my husband's birthday's coming up. His birthday is in December 5th. That'll be 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, so it's just giving a nice.
How about that?
I love you. His in-laws are giving like a beautiful, like happy birthday. So, which is a great thing. What is the K name? K. I keep seeing a huge K in front of you. So Kevin or Kenneth or K. There's a K connection, and I actually think, Renee, this is for your husband's side. Is there like a Kathy, like with a K? There's a K name connected, either with you or your husband.
I have a lot of K names on my side of the family.
I'm gonna Elix. The closest restaurant with wine after this is going to be good. But there's.
I have Kathys and Karens and Kyle and Kent and
Wow.
I have lots of Ks.
Well, you know what? I love that because a lot of times what Spirit will do is give me one letter if they know that there are a lot of, names that are connected to you with that particular letter so that they don't have to just like do one particular person. It's just mom and dad letting you know, what is she? Your mother's talking about a skin issue. Your mother's talking about rosacea or psoriasis. There's a skin issue, Renee. And it could be for someone who's crossed that had that or, had it and now it's sort of resolved itself. Or even sometimes when I see skin issues, it also could be a burn, like someone burned themselves. But there is something on the skin that your mother...
She had several bouts of skin cancer. That could be it.
Oh, that's exactly what it is. And just know that that's coming from your mom, and just a great way to let you know that your father yelled at your mother and said, of all the things you could give as a reference, you give skin cancer, and your mother is really cute because your mother said, but she'd know that, like she'd get that. And I want, this is a very limited time. I want to make sure she knows it's us stepping forward. So it's both. I don't know, Renee, why your mother is yelling to me about the three. It feels to me it's like three kids. As three. I had two brothers that we were all raised together. We had another brother that died as an infant, so I always think four. But she raised three. Oh my God, that's exactly what this is, Renee. So when you said there's four of you, one of your siblings died when they were younger.
Yes,
okay.
and another one passed last year.
Oh, you mean so? But altogether, there's four. So there's two in spirit and two here.
Yes.
Wow. Oh, I got it. So, but your mother also says March. What's March? Whose birthday?
What?
Whose birthday or anniversary?
I have twins that were born in March.
Wow. So just everyone just giving a beautiful validation to your children. There's who's named after somebody, Renee? Somebody's got like a middle name that's a grandfather's or your.
My brother that has passed, his middle name was her maiden name.
Yeah, not a surprise that it's him, because it's just letting you know that your brother who's passed is stepping forward to let you know that he's here. And why does he talk about the girl though? I mean, do you have a sister?
I don't.
Was he married, or why is he talking about the he's talking about like it feels like a sister or a sister-in-law?
He was definitely married. He was married.
Do you know, is his wife or still here?
Yes.
And where's the teacher come in? He just said there's a teacher, so just make sure you keep it with you. It's just your brother just wants to let you know that he's around, so that obviously that means you've got two brothers in spirit, and they're fighting.
Well,
They're in a good way, and not in a bad way, in a very good way. It almost makes me feel like they're fighting as little kids, like pulling a truck from each other. Like, and it's a great way, Renee, that your brothers are just letting you know and bringing back that really wonderful memory. And one of your brothers keeps talking about a car. I don't know if someone loved cars, if you just did something with a car. There's something.
I don't know.
He keeps talking.
I mean,
he shows me. Oh, go ahead.
The one that has passed, he definitely he helped me learn to drive, and it was a big joke.
No wonder why he's bringing up the car.
That sounds like something that he would bring up.
It's a big joke because you're not a good driver. What's the big joke?
Oh, because he didn't trust me enough to take me, on a street. We had to go in a parking lot. Stay in a parking lot. He wouldn't dare go out the parking lot with me.
I love it. They keep showing me my dad. So you've got either one of two things. Either someone took their life or there's a William or Bill. You got one of those two.
William, the baby, my oldest brother died when he was a baby. His middle name's William.
Oh my God! Wow! So there's the William. Wow! And so just know it's your two brothers letting you know that they're here with you, Renee, and always around you and with you, and how much they love you. Your mother and father, your mother especially, is like sort of refereeing your two brothers. Your mother's very, very funny. So, I don't know what the E is. Edith or Edward? There's an Elizabeth. There's an E connection to you.
My mom's sister, who's one of my dear aunts, her name was Evelyn.
Wow. But she's crossed, right?
Yes,
yeah,
definitely.
So just know that Auntie Evelyn is also stepping forward, and she wanted to make sure you knew that she was here also and how much they love you. And your mother just said, tell my baby that I am going to be there for Thanksgiving, whatever you do, and to celebrate. So you're going to have a
wonderful,
a packed house, Renee, which is great.
Wonderful.
So listen, I'm going to leave you with that. And listen, thank you so much for calling.
Thank you, dear.
And lots of love, Renee. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, too. And we'll be right back. And welcome back to Through the Static. You know, when we do the stream, the live stream, when we have breaks, the camera's supposed to go off, and it, for the past couple of weeks, has been having issues. It stays on even though you can't hear us. And I just told Mark and Elix, it's because Spirit wants the people watching to see us on break. They can't hear us, but we get to wave and say hi. Maybe, Elix, next, we're back in 2 weeks, you could put like a little outfit on and do like a little dance or a little ditty or something.
Maybe not.
Well, let me go to the callers. Hi, this is Steven. Who's this?
This is Steve. Congrats on the move, and I'm with you. I hate moving. I never want to move.
So I'm so glad, Steve. So you're on my side, right?
Yeah, it's been 6 years, and it's like when you said moving, I was getting flashbacks.
And you moved 6 years ago?
Yeah, it's like never again. And I moved across the city. It's like I don't want to do this again.
Yeah, you know what?
I had to.
Me either. I am like, I'm just glad we picked a house that we love, because I don't want to ever go anywhere until I'm just being pulled out and not giving messages. I don't know. I'm part of Spirit, whatever. Right. I don't know, Steve. I don't know what I'm saying. So listen, before I move on with our reading, though, you got to give me something you're thankful for.
I'm thankful for close friends I have. I don't have many, but one or two friends is very important.
Wow.
I've had a lot of support over the last year.
Steve, I love that. You know, there's a lot of people that go through their life that have, you know, friends and acquaintances, but they just don't have someone who is really, really close. So that's very, very special. So, okay, so let me tune in. Steve, Mom, is your mom here or crossed?
Yeah, she's here.
But your father's crossed, right?
Right.
Yeah. I don't know if this is your father, or because it sort of feels like it's your mother's parents, like your grandparents stepping forward, more so your grandmother, so your mom's mom.
Uh-huh.
And she keeps talking about groceries. But she connects it to your mother, I think. Was there somebody that did Meals on Wheels?
No, she's never done that.
But
I know she was a great cook, my grandmother.
I don't think that's what it is. Your grandmother's talking about roses, rosaries. There's something with a rose also. So keep that.
Okay.
Did you know her?
Yes, very well. We used to go up there every summer. She was from Canada.
But why is she talking about roses or rose?
I'm not sure. I don't remember if she grew roses or not. I mean, I couldn't say.
And it feels like someone takes a rose. Like, I don't know if this is like at a service and someone takes a rose, or something's done with rose petals, but there's something with rose, or it also could even be someone's middle name connected to you. So, but getting back to what your grandmother talked about, she's talking about someone delivering groceries. So I don't know if maybe years ago, like, I don't know, one of your grandparents worked in a supermarket, or you did, or you never worked in a market?
No, I can't place that. I'll have to keep that in mind.
Grandma, your mother, as I mentioned, now you've got both grandmothers here because your father's mother's here too. But your grandmother just said to me, you can place it like think, because she said it's a very obvious sign. Your grandmother is very funny. Your mom's mom, she's very different as she steps forward. So, but the rose, she said the rose is more connected to you than anybody. Did you ever write about a rose?
No, I knew somebody named Rose that passed, but my grandmother didn't know them. Well, she would now, but that's the only Rose connection I can come up with.
I knew we'd get somewhere, and that's why your grandmother said it's more connected to you. So whoever this Rose was it like a good friend?
Yeah, we were close.
It's very easy and simple, Steve, that your good friend Rose is just letting you know that she's here. that she's even though she's in spirit, she's with you. And I was about to move on, but your grandmother was like, no, now I get it. This poor woman, Rose, was like, he's not even validating me. Like, and your grandmother was like, no, just say it's really.
I guess I was trying to think of it too much on the earthly level. It's like, well, she didn't know Rose, and I was thinking, yeah, Rose, it has to be Rose.
Yeah,
it's
definitely Rose. It is completely Rose, your friend Rose, because that's why your grandmother said, just say it's so connected to my grandson, and I'm glad you got it. So, and that's why she said it's very obvious. Just know that Rose, your friend, she just said to me that she sits with you a lot, and she's with you a lot. She has a very big admiration for you, Steve, and she's always around you and always with you. And actually, she just said to me, always guiding you. I guarantee you there's something connected with food or Rose or the market or something like that. I don't know how much, like if you remember a lot about Rose, but was she older when she passed?
Yeah, well, she's not older than I am. Like, yeah, she's kind of older. I can't place the market, though. I don't really...
There's something, just make sure you can keep it with you,
Sure.
Because Rose is just telling me to bring it back up again. So just make sure you keep that with you. And it's also quickly that your mom's mom and dad are just validating your mother. Just saying that they're always with her, they're around her. And there, Steve, at some point must have been something that happened family-wise, because like someone's mad, like someone's mad at somebody or mad at something, and they pull me to your mother. So make sure you keep that with you. But it feels like it's years ago, but there's something like that someone either wasn't talking or somebody's just upset with somebody.
Yeah, that would be my younger sister is kind of estranged from the family.
Oh, okay. So just know that that's Grandma just bringing that up, and
yeah.
And your grandmother said, if she's very protective of you too. So is Rose, because she just said, if Steve doesn't say it, just let it sit. He'll know what it is. So I'm glad that you told me, and it's just a nice way that Rose and everybody else are just giving that validation. So I'm going to leave that with you, Steve. And listen, you have a great Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you too. Thanks.
All righty. Bye-bye. Hi, this is Steven. Who's this?
Hi, this is Kelly.
Hi, Kelly. How are you?
Good. How are you guys?
Good. And Elix is good, and Mark's good. So, Kelly, let me know. Give me one thing you're thankful for.
My family.
I love that, Kelly. I love it. I'm not really sure where the disinfection wipes. I mean, I just said to your loved one stepping forward, I'm like, come on, like. COVID, everybody's using wipes. You're actually going to start a reading with wipes. Like every single person's using wipes. And somebody stepped forward and just said, look at the Clorox disinfectant wipes. And I'm like, okay. I don't know if you just bought them. I don't know what this is, but just keep it with you, because there's a very, who's Al or Anthony? Who's the A connection to you? Like
I have a brother-in-law named Alan.
His name is Al?
Alan.
But he's here? He's still here?
He's here, yep.
Is this your sister's husband?
Yes.
Okay. It's just I asked that because I got to figure out where they're going with this. And so this is Mom's side, but is who's the is your mother's father crossed? Is a very, very strong father figure stepping forward?
Yes, and my dad too.
I was just about to ask next, is your dad also crossed? In the first call, I think I brought up teaching, and I don't know if it was for you because it's teaching. Someone's teaching. Someone was a teacher, taught something, because I see the alphabet all over you. So I don't know who this is and how it's connected. And I don't know if it's somebody who's crossed. And there's also, who's John or Jill? James? There's a GJ, George name connected.
Could be John.
Who's John?
Or Joe.
Or Jill. Or so who are these?
I have a cousin named John that's very close to who was very close to me, like a brother. But I also, my mother had a baby that passed when he was a little baby. His name was Joe.
Oh, wow. Wow. Mom is still here?
No.
Wow. Wow. Another mom that I would not have thought was crossed, Kelly, because her energy is very, very strong. Was when we talked, you just talked about Joe. He just gave me number one, like the one. Was do you know? Like, was he the first?
So I also have an Uncle Joe. She also had a brother named Joe.
Okay. Was one of them like the oldest?
No. And my daughter's also married to a Joe Jr., and her son is Joe the Third.
Kelly, it just keeps coming, huh? Well, there's when I get number one, it's either one of two things. It's either they're referencing someone who's the oldest, or someone has like one child. So something connected like that. It could also be January, but I don't think that's what it is. It felt like it was your. So this is your brother that you lost, right? That your mom lost. It felt like it was him that said one. So I don't.
The only boy that she had.
Oh, it's the only boy. I got it. So that's the one. He has not skipped a beat with you or the family because he keeps telling me that he's around all the time. And I got the wipes. When someone was younger, someone put wipes or something in the toilet, and it plugged the toilet. That's what it is. Or maybe it's not wipes, it's paper towel, or you don't remember that?
No.
They're saying yes.
It
Kelly.
was probably my sister.
Blame the sibling. So your mother is laughing and saying that yes, and I just don't know if this is something that's more current or this is many years ago. But if there's a lot of wipes, or paper towel in the toilet. I just said to you, I was thinking of a nicer word to say toilet, but I can't think of it. So just make sure you keep it with you. Also, there's a Marie or Mark, an MR connection to you. Like Marilyn or Marie or Marianne or Mark connected, either living or crossed. And again, it could be first name, it could be middle name. And it is, do you have a significant other?
Yes.
Sort of makes me feel like I'm getting pulled to that side. So just make sure. And there's either a George or Georgia. There's a connection to the state of Georgia, or there's a George connected to either you or your significant other.
Okay, that I'm not sure of. I don't think I know a George, so maybe his side.
Just make sure when you see him, just ask him. And fishing. Who's like fishing?
He likes fishing.
Your husband.
Yes.
Yeah, I it's just a way to let me know that the George is on his side. That's all it is. It's just so you don't have to rack your brains. You can just, when he gets home, just ask him, who the hell is George? So it's got to be someone, and it's got to be somebody connected or crossed. Make sure, Renee, you think about the toilet mishap because it was a biggie. That's what your mother keeps talking about. So just, and I got to take a break. But listen, Kelly, thank you so much for calling, and lots of love to you.
Thank you.
All righty, bye-bye. And we'll be right back. And welcome back to Through the Static. So let me go to the callers. Hi, this is Stephen. Who's this? Hello?
Oh, this is Catherine.
Hi, Catherine. How are you?
Hi, good, Stephen. How are you?
Do you spell your name with a C or a K?
With a K.
Oh, I bet your loved ones were already here with that K. The couple of phone calls ago, I kept asking for the K. So I bet you they were already starting to interfere, Catherine. You got very pushy spirits. Tell me one thing you're thankful for.
I'm so thankful for my job right now.
I love it, Catherine. I love it. So, okay. So what I'm thankful for is I get to do this with you and do a reading. And the first thing I have to ask you is, what's with the elephants?
What's with the elephant?
Does someone love elephants, like a memory of elephants? I can hear elephants. Does someone go to Africa? I can hear elephants, like the noise that elephants make. So there's something connected to elephants. Keep it with you if it doesn't come. And are there twins in your family or on either side?
Nope, no twins.
So I always ask that because this validation, I don't know why they apply twins to it, but so what's 11 or November connected to you?
Let's see, November.
This month, or the 11th of a month.
The 11th. My birthday's 12. I don't know if that's anything.
No. Are you drinking, Catherine?
No, no, but there's another medium she's like, I'm always a number off, so that's why I threw it out.
Well, listen, I'm not a number off. I'm right on. And this is 11. So it's either they're validating either like a birthday or an anniversary in November, or an anniversary of death, or it's the 11th of a month. So there's some connection. Sometimes, Catherine, it even could be like 11 was a number on a house or an apartment. But there is something with you in 11, and there's a very, very strong father energy stepping forward. So is this dad? Is this grandfather? Is your dad here?
My dad, my stepdad is here. My biological father, I never actually met him, but he's still alive, as far as I know.
Okay, so if you think that your dad is still living, so then it's got to be a grandfather, even though they brought me back down to the father. You don't have like a father-in-law who's crossed?
Nope.
Okay.
No, I know I was never married.
Oh, okay. It just feels like it's being brought to a father, unless, was there like a grandfather who was like instrumental, like very close to your family?
No, you know what? I actually never met either of my grandfathers.
Okay, so this has to be obviously then one of your grandfathers, but one of them just makes me feel like he's very, very close, and just said to me John or Jim, or there's a G or J name connected to you, or to somebody in the family. The only other time I get G or J is if someone's named after somebody, like there's a junior or someone has a name that's passed down.
My mom's name is Jeanette.
So
she had an Uncle John.
Perfect. So just know Uncle John stepping forward. Mom is still here?
Yes.
Okay. So just know that it's your mom's dad. That's how I figured this out. Who's stepping forward? Even though both grandfathers are here, it happens to one that's got the microphone. It's your mother's father stepping forward. Where do the two kids come in?
My aunt has two kids.
Okay. And aunt is here or crossed?
She's here.
Is this your mother's sister?
Yep.
Oh, so it makes sense that this is your grandfather, and this is him referencing his grandchildren. Just giving that as a nice reference. Catherine, there's also something that somebody did, or something with cars. There's like, I'm in like an auto dealer shop, or did someone just do something, get a car, transfer a car? Did someone work in an auto dealership at some point? Did someone love cars? Connected to you?
There's a friend of our family who's passed on. He was a close friend. He was a mechanic for years.
That could be why I'm getting all the cars. Is he connected to like the D name?
No.
First name, last name, like relationship. I think it's him, and he stepped forward and gave me like Don or Donna or Danny. There's something like that. So just make sure you hang on to it. It feels like when you just said that, Catherine, it's him. And there's also a heart issue.
Yeah, my whole mother's side of the family have heart issues.
Yeah, it's just when they bring that up, it's just because it's sort of like a collective sign. Because if everyone on that side has some kind of heart thing, that's why they bring that up, Catherine. And there's also traveling with you. Do you have to go to different locations for work?
I mean, I have a dog walking business, so I go from house to house.
Well, that would be it. Catherine, that would be.
I do play groups, so I drive around a lot, picking up the dogs, and then drive around a lot again, dropping them all off. So I am constantly moving. Yeah,
and I just kept feeling like going to different places, and there is, and I can't tell if this is a person or an animal, but there's a W, like Winnie or Wendy. I can't tell whether this is a person's name or an animal's name. Do you have animals?
I've always had animals. I currently have one. My ex, when he lived here, his dog was Walter, but and we used to call him Willie, and Wally, rather. Sorry, the other dog was Willie. He was Wilson, but it was through one of my clients that my ex got the dog. So, and he just passed a couple years ago.
Oh my God! So which one is Willie?
Well, Wilson's still alive. That was Walter's brother.
I knew. You know what? So how wild is it that's why I said Winnie? I was close. Walter is just giving a validation to his brother. That's what this is all about. And I know, Catherine, you already said that you're thankful for your job, but that is pretty incredible what you're doing. So you have a very, very strong connection with animals. And I don't know if you know that, but they don't see you as human, which is pretty spectacular.
It's fine. I feel that. Thank you for saying
I love that. I love that validation. So I wish I could keep going, but I've got to move on. So because I'm running out of time, Catherine, you have a great, great Thanksgiving and lots of love to you.
Okay. You too. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Catherine. Bye-bye. Hi, this is Stephen. Who's this?
Paula.
What is your name?
Paula.
Oh, Paula. Paula, that's what you said, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Paula, tell me quickly, what are you grateful for? What are you thankful for?
My family.
I love it. I love that. It doesn't get any better than that. So, Paula, are you connected to elephants?
Nope.
I just thought I'd take a shot. I know I knew it was for Catherine, but I just thought I'd take a shot. All right. So, Paula, 6 connection. What's 6? I just heard someone yell out 6, like June. Is something in June that they're giving a validation for, like a birthday anniversary or 6 kids or the 6th of a month? Just make sure. And they also talk about April, Paula.
April.
There's
April.
There's the 6th. I don't know if it's June. It could be, or if it's just the 6th of the month. But there's April. Something in April, and it feels like someone passes in April. And of course, this is the past. It's not nothing going forward. So make sure, Paula, and it feels like it's a guy, like a grandfather, or it's definitely a guy. And who's John or Jim or George? Who's the G or J name?
I have a brother-in-law, Jim.
But he's still here.
Yes.
Okay. And sometimes they just give validations with family, and I have to figure out where. And there's a birthday or anniversary really close, like very, very close. And who's the mother figure and mother energy? Is your mother here?
She passed.
Oh, wow. So it's your mom stepping forward. She just said, Paula knows there's a birthday or an anniversary really close. 2 weeks back, 2 weeks forward, connected to you. It could be a sibling. It could be grandparents, but there's something very, very close.
My daughter's birthday is coming up December.
December when?
5th.
Oh, that would be it. So, Paula, that's kind of close. So
yeah.
It's just your mom just giving a really nice validation for that. There's also a junior, Paula. Someone's named after somebody. Someone's got like a middle name, first name of somebody that was handed down. So just make sure also you keep that. And you said that it's your daughter's birthday?
Yes.
I don't know why I keep seeing wings around her. Like does she love like butterflies or dragonflies or something with wings? Or is she connected with wings or angels?
She loves butterflies.
Oh, that's what it is. So just mama, just know that it's your mom that's just giving a validation and letting you know that she's always around the entire family and wants to make sure she also, Paula, that she's going to be around for Thanksgiving. But is your dad also crossed?
Yes.
Because your father just stepped forward and said that he couldn't let this phone call end without you knowing he's here also. And just is your father's different. He's got a very different energy as he steps forward. I don't know how to read him. He's very interesting, your father. And there's somebody speaking a different language.
Mm-hmm. They both speak Portuguese.
Yeah, so it's just, I can understand because the way it's translated, it doesn't matter whether it's different language because I don't understand Portuguese, but I can hear the two of them. It almost makes me feel like your mother's yelling at him for something. I don't know what. Like it almost makes me feel like the eating, like diet. I don't know what that's about, but just know that the love that comes from them with you and the family is pretty amazing, Paula. And your mom just said we're always with her. And the last thing I'll say, someone draws or paints. Your daughter doesn't draw.
She just bought a drawing kit yesterday to start drawing.
Oh my God. I love that your mom's giving that as a validation, Paula. If you didn't know your mom's watching, then you know now. That's so wild. So I'm going to leave that with you and know that your mom and dad love you so much. And lots of love to you, Paula.
Thank you so much.
All right. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
And in a snap of a finger, the show's over. And what a way to end the show, right? Paula, that was pretty cool. Your mom did and your dad did wonders. So listen, we won't be back for 2 weeks. We will be here Friday for Elix's show, Get a Grip with Coach Elix.
That's right.
We'll be back in 2 weeks on this show. And I just want to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Please stay safe. Elix, how can people find you?
Coach Elix.
Very, very simple. Remember, every Wednesday before my show is Mr. Mock's show, Mock's Jukebox from 3 to 5, which is a terrific show. So tune in to that. But even Mock is off next week too. So we'll all be here Friday at 1 for Get a Grip with Coach Elix. And then in 2 weeks, we'll be back. So happy Thanksgiving and lots of love to every one of you. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.